Hey everyone, so in this video I'm doing a cheeky 10 pull for Clementine. What I like about Clementine is her leadership skill, and a lot of people don't like it actually. They don't think that the plus 25% attack is high enough, and I do agree it's pretty low, but when we take a look at the third part of her leadership skill, all enemies get minus 25% defense for 4 turns at the beginning of each wave, or as a 6-star, it's for 3 turns at the beginning of each wave, which is still very effective. And there's something super unique about her defense down, that it can actually be compounded with other defense down abilities. But we need to keep in mind how this is compounded, because this is not additive, but multiplication instead is used. So I can kind of show you that a little later in this video. What I also like about Clem is that she has a very high attack stat. Actually, her attack stat is higher than Arav, and she has a higher damage output on her rush than Arav, even though Arav has follow-up, so Arav fits in specific teams, of course, and my plan is to put him behind Clementine if I ever get her. She also has a pretty decent active skill. It's a little slow for my liking, but it's still there, where she can focus, up to 3 teammates recover from impair, and then get a flat bonus of 20 AP. Clementine also has these special bound weapons, where she can apply crosshairs to the enemy when she attacks. And as we know, crosshairs is another way to decap the enemy without having to get the killing blow off of this specific toon, which makes it to be pretty effective. And now we're moving on towards my 10 pull. So I had about 2,500 coins, and I really want Clem, to be honest. I think she's a pretty good character. She would work really well in my team. The other toons that are in this wheel, Sandy, Bruce, Madison, Follow-Up Morgan, and that's about it for the ascendable recruits. And I'm not really interested in any of those other ones. The only one that I don't have is Bruce, but they're all Generation 1 toons, and I really would like to get this Clementine. I think it would be amazing to have, but we start out with a 5-star Dwight, Alicia, Maggie, 4-star, Glenn, that actually has a decent attack. Okay, some Clem cards. Beth, Kane, another 5-star. More Clem cards. Rick, more cards. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be lucky today. So that's a little unfortunate, but, you know, a 10 pull is a pretty cheeky pull. I was hoping that I would get lucky. I did get a lot of 5 stars, which was kind of surprising, but would have liked that Clementine. There is also a card offer that's up, so if you're buying coins, you can get 250 Clementine cards anyway. I wouldn't really suggest this because 250 cards is quite low in my opinion, especially because you need 10,000 cards in order to get 2 normal Clementines and then 6,000 cards in order to get the S-Class version, so 10,000 cards total. 250 cards is a whoopin' 2.5% of a number of cards that you need if you don't end up pulling a Clementine. And now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to explain how her defense debuff can stack with other toons' defense debuffs. So in this case, we have Diego's debuff stacking with Clementine's. And you might be a little confused because, as you see on the different characters of this team, there's a 74% defense debuff applied. And when you think about it, you think, well, there's 25% from Clementine and 65% from Diego. Shouldn't that equal 90%? And the answer here is actually no, because this isn't an additive bonus, but it's multiplication. Cumulative, really. Kind of like how crit success is for weapons. With Clementine's minus 25% defense debuff, that means the defense of a character is taken down to 75% of what it was. And with Diego's being 65%, it means it's taken down to 35% of what it was before. So to properly calculate this 74% defense debuff, you're actually multiplying 75% times 35%, which gives you 26%, or minus 74% defense. The same can be said in this match, for example, where Harper is used instead. Clementine has already died, but it's similar math, where it's 75% times 50%, which gives you that 63% defense down. In my opinion, this should be better articulated and explained in the definition of explaining how Clementine's defense debuff lead can be compounded with another character's, because I know a lot of players thought it would be additive when in fact it's multiplicative instead. Thank you everyone for watching and listening to my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content and information from me.